How's it going, everyone? Sethphir here, and welcome back to another Tower of Fantasy video. Today I'm going to update my tier list. I'm going to share my thoughts with you on PVE for the global version. So that means that now since we have Nemesis, we're going to apply that into our tier list, and I'm going to let you know where everything stands based on the final results of all the changes that we've seen in global so far. So let's go ahead and dive right into that. Alright, here we are on the tier list, and we have divided the characters from SSR and SR, so we're going to go ahead and place the SR characters first so that we can have a good fix on where everything is going to be. The first character we're going to place is Hilda, and that's going straight in the trash can in the F tier. She just doesn't have any good skills or high DPS to offer, and a lot of her skills and abilities are very clunky. The next character we're going to play is Pepper. Pepper is a decent healer. If you do not have another option, she will get the job done. You will struggle a little bit, but she still seals the deal. So she's a decent character to have available on your roster if you need a healer. The next character we're going to talk about is Ine. Ine is quite a powerful character for an SR, but she does get outshined by a lot of SSR characters, and with some of the changes coming from the CBT to the global version, she's going to land herself in a solid C tier as well, because she does provide a bit of damage and armor breaking utility, but not too much. Echo is going to be next up on the list, and she will be falling in the D tier as a decent shield breaking character, but not a lot of damage options after that, and a little bit of a clunky interaction with her one skill, causing her to rise up in the air and getting stuck on enemies. It's kind of unfortunate. Following Echo is going to be Bai Ling, going in the same tier on the D tier, a decent physical damage ranged character, but once again outshined completely by a lot of the other counterparts. So now let's get into the SSR characters, and of course, since we are in the Nemesis patch, let's go ahead and talk about Nemesis. Nemesis goes straight to the top at the S tier. This character is beyond amazing, very, very powerful, and right now it currently holds the top spot amongst the meta. Nemesis is almost mandatory for climbing high floors in the Bygone Phantasm, and is a fantastic addition to any sort of group play, whether that be world bosses, Frontier Clash, Void Rift, or anything else you can think of. Definitely go for Nemesis if you have the option to do so. Following that up will be Tsubasa. This is a hot topic. I see a lot of people talking about Tsubasa right now, and some people from the Chinese servers are saying, yeah, Tsubasa is really good in the in-game. It's different. In the NA version, in the global version, Tsubasa has been nerfed. She lost 15% damage boost utility from her ultimate, as well as her 1-star effect going down to only a 15% bonus damage boost instead of a 24 on the Chinese version. So Tsubasa is still a decent character. We're going to put her in the B tier for now, because with those changes, she's not having the same impact that she does on the Chinese servers. They used her as a buffing tool to sort of set up a lot of the other characters, and without her buffs, well, she just doesn't quite do that much. The next character we have is Meryl. Meryl is a pretty solid tank, actually, one of the best in the game, you might say, and if you need a nice character, this is definitely your go-to. Meryl is going to fall into the A tier category. She is a very powerful tank with a lot of shattering capabilities and defensive and HP bolstering moves, so definitely keep an eye out for her. The next character we're going to talk about is Huma. Huma, also in the tank category, can dish out a surprising amount of damage with some of her skill activatables as well as her discharge. We're going to put her in the B tier because she does get outperformed by Meryl quite a bit, and she is not too bad though. She's definitely better than Ine, but Huma is going to be in that solid average tier right around there with Tsubasa. Next, we're going to talk about my boy King. King is phenomenal. He is fantastic. One of the best characters in the game currently, and it's going to go straight to the top with Nemesis. King is essential for breaking shields in the Bygone Phantasm, and applies nasty damage over time and burn effects, doing tremendous amounts of damage when he breaks a target's shield. So this is definitely going to be your go-to shield breaking character. And if that wasn't enough, he's technically classified as a DPS, so he puts you in that DPS category, which is even better. The next character we'll talk about is Cocoritter. Cocoritter was very fantastic as a healer, but with the recent event of Nemesis coming into the game, she's going to shoot down a little bit. I think she's a solid B tier healer. She supports her team very well with a lot of high healing capability. The only catch is that healing is not that needed in the game, right? It's more about damage right now. So Coco, until things change up in the meta and you need more survivability, is going to be right in that B tier category. She's definitely better than Pepper. She can bolster the attack of her allies in high stars, but she offers little to no damage, so that's going to place her in that B tier category. The next character we have is Shiro. Shiro is an awkward one. She does a little bit of attack in terms of breaking the shield, and then a little bit of damage when the shield is broken. She's a little bit hard and awkward to place, but right now she is currently your best physical damage character if you want to run that, and there are going to be some events and activities that require physical damage or it's boosted in its drop percentage, so that's going to put Shiro in about a B tier. She is a decent character. She has a little bit of everything. She's like the jack of all trades, but kind of the master of none, so we're going to place her right there in the B tier. And I will say that with 6 stars, Shiro does get a lot better, so all of these characters, once again, just for, take this with a grain of salt, can probably be plus or minus 1 tier. The next character we're going to talk about is Samir. Samir is the queen of damage right now. She is the absolute best damage dealer that you can get, especially since Nemesis is in the game. Nemesis having the Volt Resonance effect, which is going to severely power up Samir. So you're going to be doing a ton of damage, and this is going to be your holy trinity right here. If you're looking to push the Bygone Phantasm, your best team combination is going to be Nemesis, King, and Samir for sure. She has a lot of damage coming out from her activatable skills and crit damage and crit built into her kit at high stars, but most importantly, she has a very, very strong and impressive aerial game, dealing out a ton of AoE damage. The next character we're going to talk about is Crow. Crow is a very interesting character. He probably has the highest skill ceiling cap in the game because of the way he works is he has to deal damage from behind a target, and he gets crit damage bonus when he does so. At 6 stars, he becomes very impressive, but before 6 stars, he's a little bit lackluster. We are going to put him in the A tier though, because he can rival Samir later on in the game when they're both at 6 stars, and if you have a 6-star Nemesis, so it's going to be very odd to place him for now, but we'll put him right there. He can be very strong or not that strong depending on how many copies of him you have. And the final character we have on our list is going to be Zero. Zero is a very powerful supporting character. He has a lot of damage bolstering effects that's going to buff your party's damage by 20%, as well as powerful shields. But the most important thing about Zero is that his ultimate makes everybody on your team invincible for 3 seconds. This is a really good mechanic to dodge a lot of boss mechanics and future content, so Zero is going to go on the A list as a support here. He is definitely a character worth pulling for. That is going to be my complete list for PVE on the global version. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you disagree? Do you think anybody should be a bit higher or lower? And if so, tell me who that is. Thanks for watching this video, and if you feel it helped you in any way, shape, or form, make sure to subscribe, like, and hit that bell button. And we will catch you in the next video.